Well, I've never cleaned out an eyedropper pen before, so thought I would give it a go. Might as well record it, see what happens. So I figure you just hold it up so the ink stays in the barrel. Probably a good idea. Lots of threads. We'll pour that out. Okay, I had to pause it there for a second. I was trying to get the nib and feed out, and I was trying to push them out together. So, grab the nib and feed and pull it out this way. But holy moly, you can't do it that way. So you have to get the nib back. Sorry, the feed. You pull the feed back out that way. And the nib, there we go. It's in there pretty damn tight. Anyways, continue with the rinsing. All right, so cleaned out pretty easy. It's all nice and dry now. Thought I would just do this too, just because this is a bit of a tight fit. So we'll try to figure this out together. So if you're having trouble, if you got one of these pens and you're like, damn, that's a tight fit nib and feed unit, we'll give it a go together. So, oh, I left the section at the sink. Okay, now we got it. In case you're wondering, I've gotten a few asks on this little doodad. It comes in a tube. I get it on AliExpress. So it's a handy little guide. You can get these tips on to fit onto regular converters, but this is a little quicker because you don't have to screw the converter up and down. Just nice little plunger on a spring. It's also got way more ink capacity as well. So there are some cheaper ones. This one was a little bit more than the like $2 a piece ones you can find. This is the, if you could focus, Fanmu. Rolls off the tongue. I didn't know there was a model number. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description, but unscrews. It's well built. It's got a nice little O-ring on there as well. So I don't want to cheap out with something that's holding ink that can stain stuff and just make an insane mess. I'd rather be spending a couple bucks extra just to make sure I have something that's skookum, as they say, to avoid a catastrophe. Anyways, back to putting this guy together. So I'm curious how this is going to go. I think I'll put it back together the way I took it apart. So the nib goes in. I'm just trying to see if there was a key or anything. I think it's just mega tight. So I think somewhere I could see double B. So I just lined it up so you can see the nib size. Oh, let's check out the feed. Well, I got it. So ebonite, got some deep channels there, so you can see why this thing keeps the nib nice and wet. So similar to that upgraded upgraded feed that I have on my Pilot 912. Try to find a spot where it goes. I might have to pause and do this off camera. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, I guess I would show you the trick. So you put the nib in only partially. Okay, so just a little bit. And then you slide in the feed. So it's in there, and then you just sort of align it. Give it a look to make sure the nib and the feed are lined up top to top. And then you push that nib down a little more, somewhere around there. And just start driving the feed home. I'll go a little more. So typically, I guess you want this part, the kind of shoulder. See where it tapers down? So that shoulder lined up with this shoulder. So just a few millimeters more. Oh boy. There. Everything's just shaking. So I think we're pretty close. I'll give that a better look off camera. And if you need to, so the feed's sticking out, you can just push it down and just press down a little bit of pressure. So I'll check it out, then we'll ink this pen up. Oh yes, and just before I ink it up, just because this is all cleaned, I'm just going to put a little dab of grease there on those threads, that threads into the body. Just a dab will do ya. Again, another reason to get TWSBI. You get the wrench and the grease that you can use in other places. Okay. Put that in the holder. Holy, around the tripod and microphone. Full of ink. Looking through the camera. Here we go. So, got it full of ink. Oh. Can you watch with me? Whoa, careful. I'm doing this through the camera. This is madness. Oh, it's coming up. I don't know if that's a bubble. Okay, I think that's good. And that's a cool thing. So if you overfill, let's say I got too much, you depress it first so you don't blow air into it. You can get rid of a little bit if you need to. There we go. Oh! You can't see, but I pushed really hard and splattered ink everywhere. All you can see some of the residue there. Anyhow, that's my mess, not yours. Don't worry. Put this back on. So yeah, a little more work than a piston filler or a cartridge converter, sorry. But good thing is they hold a lot of ink. So you shouldn't have to do it too often. There you go. Okay, so why all that to start off with? Well, it's a big pen because it's a big deal. Because we clicked over 900 subs. Which means the giveaway announcement. So let's get started. Before we get started, I want to thank all 899 people who have subscribed, but also a quick shout out to Zerdo. He was number 900 to tick us over to do the giveaway. I appreciate every one of you who have left comments, good or bad, thumbs up or thumbs down, subscribed and have left. Let's do this. Okay, so here's what's going down. We had a three-way tie. Ron Spots, Dash SNL, and Carrie Hayduk. So I thought, how can we have a proper tiebreaker? Coin flip. It's a very responsible, statistically reliable way to do it. But we got fountain pens, we have ink, let's have some fun. So I traced, terrible job, some circles at the bottom of my ink bottle. Your name's in the circle. I'm going to try to squeeze out one drop of this ink. I'll hold it maybe like 2 feet up. And whoever circle it lands in, or whoever gets the most ink, wins the pen. So let's have a look at what we're fighting for. Good luck to everyone. Oh, actually, hopefully I don't get ink in the pen. I'll put it out of the way. Here we go. Good luck. Oh, boy. Wow. Whew. Whew. Okay. Whew. One drop. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Oh. Ah. Okay. Just give me a I gotta think here. Whew, okay. That was just a lot of ink. That kind of caught me off guard. I didn't know what to do there. So the first hit somewhere around here, exploded, and landed into Dash's circle. This was another one I did to try to, I don't know what to do now. That was a terrible job. This one too. So let's just stick with the first one. Plus you got lots of ink here. So Dash, I think it was a good idea. I moved the pen out of the way. You won the Indian Flex pen. So thank you to everybody. And yeah, let's get on to 1,000. I have an idea of what we're going to do. It's going to be a cool pen that you can only get from your buddy Doodlebutt. So I'll post that later in the week here. It took like 2 weeks to go from 800 to 900. So I'll wait a little bit, and then we'll post it so we get to 1,000. So it's a little shorter term goal, and we'll go for that one. Anyways, I'll reach out. You reach out to me, or I'll reach out to you. thedoodlebutt@gmail.com. Let's hook up, Dash. You won the pen.